Billionaires rarely go to jail, but these billionaires were so bad they were put behind bars forever. Unlap Singh. Unlap Singh, the Macau billionaire, was sentenced to 4 years in a US prison after he was convicted of bribing United Nations officials for over $1.7 million as part of a construction scheme that prosecutors said aimed to turn Macau into an international hub. Unlap Singh, 69, had no visible reaction to the sentence as it was read out in court. But before hearing it, he had told the judge he was full of regret over his conviction. "I want to apologize to the court for all of the trouble my actions have caused," he said through an interpreter. He was convicted of bribing 2 ambassadors in exchange for their support of a scheme to build a UN conference center in Macau. In addition to the prison sentence, has been fined $1 million. Prosecutors had previously asked for a 6-year prison term and $2 million in fines, while his defense had sought a non-prison sentence, describing him as a devoted family man and philanthropist. A US district judge, was convicted on July 27, 2017, after a 5-week trial of 2 counts of violating the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, 1 count of paying bribes and gratuities, 1 count of money laundering, and 2 counts of conspiracy. Bernie Madoff. Bernie Madoff, who passed away in April 2021 at the age of 82, was an American financier who executed the largest Ponzi scheme in history, defrauding thousands of investors out of tens of billions of dollars over 2 decades. He was also a pioneer in electronic trading and chair of the NASDAQ in the early 1990s. On December 10, 2008, he confessed to wrongdoing to his sons who worked at his firm. The following day, they turned him over to the authorities. It is not certain when Madoff's Ponzi scheme began. He testified in court that it started in the early 1990s, but his account manager, Frank DiPascali, who had been working at the firm since 1975, said the fraud had been occurring for as long as he could remember. Even less clear is why Madoff carried out the scheme at all. "I had more than enough money to support my lifestyle and my family's lifestyle. I didn't need to do this," he said. Alan Stanford. Robert Alan Stanford, who goes by Alan Stanford, is an American former banker who was convicted in 2012 of a Ponzi scheme following an investigation for securities fraud over $7 billion. It was revealed that Alan Stanford had grossly misinformed his 50,000 investors about the level of professional management that they would receive. Alan and his associates were also suspected of possible dealings with Mexican drug cartels. Stanford's fraudulent scheme is the 2nd largest in history, only behind Madoff's. 18,000 of his customers have not yet recovered their money, whereas a significant amount of Madoff's previous clients have. Stanford was first charged in 2009 by the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC), and in 2012, he was eventually convicted. Once a billionaire and one of the richest men in America, Alan Stanford received a 110-year prison sentence in a 2012 ruling and has faced further indictment from the SEC in the United States. He has reportedly been attacked while serving his jail sentence and has consistently claimed that he is innocent and has been framed. Victor Bout. When a Russian court sentenced US basketball star Brittany Griner to 9 years in prison for possessing cannabis vape cartridges in her luggage, talk of a prisoner swap between the 2 countries intensified. That's when Victor Bout gained fame. Bout was a suspected Russian arms dealer who frustrated authorities for more than a decade and went on trial in New York City after his arrest, where prosecutors hoped to end what they said was a long career transporting weapons and fueling conflicts around the world. Victor Bout was captured in March 2008 in Thailand after an elaborate sting operation run by the Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, which used men posing as members of a Colombian rebel group called the FARC to lure Bout into a meeting. Federal prosecutors say the phony FARC members negotiated with Bout to buy weapons to shoot down US helicopters used to fight the illicit narcotics trade. Bout pleaded not guilty to the 4 charges he faced, including conspiracy to kill Americans and conspiracy to provide material support to a terrorist organization. He called the charges a frame-up and said he is a legitimate businessman who never had any intention of selling weapons. Bout is currently free in Russia and enjoys celebrity status after his release. He recently joined politics and has even voiced his support for Russia's war in Ukraine. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed watching this video, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you can see our upcoming videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.